Evening, everybody. Sorry I had a busy day, but got a chance now to do a video on the new hero in the collab event, Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. So this is an army hero, and he is most similar to Snake Eyes and Pollock. You should have replaced Pollock with Snake Eyes if you had him. So Kennedy is the next hero in that line. Let's take a look at how he compares to Snake Eyes and see if we feel like he should go in the march or not. It's funny, me and one of my buddies were talking about this upcoming hero and made a few predictions, and they actually came true. So if he watches this, he will know when I'm talking about it, and we'll have a little chuckle together. But let's look at the hero. In the first round of battle, 50% HP, and you gain 2 stacks of 20% hostile every round. So that's the exact same thing as Snake Eyes. 50% HP and 2 stacks of 20% hostile. The 20% hostile basically gives you a decreased damage of 20%. Now, what Leon S. Kennedy adds in his preparation skill that Snake Eyes did not have until a level 7 skill is that your army units in the first 2 rows gain 1 stack of resistance. Resistance is basically immunity to any damage except status damage. And so the first time those first 2 rows of units get hit, they won't take damage, but they will still do the counterattack damage from the passive skill. So that's a nice little boost you get here. For the passive skill, he's got the counterattack that the hostile does, dealing 90% damage to the enemy with the lowest current HP percentage. If you remember, Snake Eyes did 80% damage to the enemy with the lowest HP percentage. So this is 10% more damage done to the unit they hit. So it's going to be a little more effective than Snake Eyes there. Plus, for those of you who did not have Snake Eyes at level 7, you're getting that resistance on the first turn, so that'll be nice. Now, the next part of the passive skill is that if you use all your hostile stacks, which means you get hit twice, then you'll deliver an extra hit dealing 15% damage to the enemy with the lowest current HP. When you're defending, the bonus damage hits go up to 3 times. So they're definitely making this a base defense hero for starters, or a defense hero anyway, defending a building or a base, because those 3 times at 15% is better than 1 time at 15%, obviously, and you can get that from 6 different places as long as they get hit. But secondly, that's a little different than what Snake Eyes had there, because Snake Eyes had that if the target dies, all army units get a 15% damage increase. So that 15% damage increase is basically like, for everybody, but it only happened if the target stack was completely killed on the attack on the counterattack from Snake Eyes. It was nice because it gave 15% damage increase to 9 units, but it usually happened later in the fight. Here, once you get hit twice, you've triggered your counterattack once, you're going to trigger it again, and then you're going to do the 15% once or 3 times, depending. And so I think this is better than what Snake Eyes had there as well. Now let's go look at his exclusive skill and compare it to Snake Eyes'. As you can see, mine's just a level 1, but at level 3, attack of all units increases by 30% is the exact same thing. At level 5, your army units will gain 30% HP boost, and the counterattack damage of this hero's hostile increases by 45%. And that's it does not affect the bonus damage. So you're looking at, with Snake Eyes, it was a 38% HP boost at level 5, and the counterattack damage increase was 40%. So you're not getting quite as much HP at level 5, but you're getting a little more counterattack damage increase. So if you look at the level 5 skill, I don't think the exclusive skills are that different. There's a little more HP in one, there's a little more counterattack damage in one, but I think the big difference is from the original that, you already have the resistance that Snake Eyes gave you at level 7 on, uh, Leon S. Kennedy right in the beginning. So by that judge, because you've already got the resistance, you're getting a little more damage. I think, you had a little more damage in the first part, and you're getting that extra hit or 3 hits. Level 5, he's going to play a little better than Snake Eyes. He's going to play a little closer to where Snake Eyes was at level 7. Not quite, because Snake Eyes got another damage increase at level 7, but he's going to play closer to where Snake Eyes was at level 7 than where Snake Eyes was at level 5. And the level 7 skill here is that the hostile effect now applies to all your army units. And my buddy will laugh now because we literally said that that would be one of the things you get from this hero to try to give you a little something more than Snake Eyes, was that it would apply to all the units. And then they give you that the counterattack damage from hostile increases by 25% without boosting your bonus damage again. So with Snake Eyes at level 7, you finally got the resistance that they give you in the beginning with Leon Kennedy. And then your counterattack damage increased by 40%. So here, your counterattack damage doesn't increase as much as the level 7 for Snake Eyes did. But because of the increased attacks from the 3 extra rows, that might be worth more. The 3 extra units, that might be worth more than the 15% damage increase you got here. So if you didn't have that, third row also getting the hostile effect, then you would be like, okay, the level 7 on Snake Eyes was better because I got the resistance. And even though, I had a little more damage added in my first 2 skills with the 45 and the 90 instead of the 80 and the 40, I only got 25 here. I had 40 there. But basically what this does is it makes the level 7 exactly the same as Snake Eyes, except that you get all 3 rows instead of just the first 2 rows at level 7. So again, adding a third row is, back rows maybe not an exact 1/3, but it's going to be about 33% better than the level 7 skill for Snake Eyes. So Leon Kennedy's definitely an upgrade. Now, Army has had 2 marches, kind of. You've had the Magnet March with Quilly, and you've had this Hostile March, which was with Pollock, and then with Snake Eyes. That goes with Striker and them. But, I guess with Striker and Poe right now. Maybe Gypsy if you have them. But this hero definitely adds. They add the third row. The resistance will become much more common because everybody will have it right away rather than at level 7. But again, that's really all it is. It's an HP boost, and you get the hostile and the resistance. That's the 2 things they're giving you. And so that looks like the trajectory of this setup. I think Leon Kennedy is an upgrade over Snake Eyes. At level 5, I think he'll play like Snake Eyes level 7 or almost like it. And at level 7, he'll be about 33% or so better because that's basically what the math tells you. So I would recommend people who have the ability to get him to get him. And on defense, getting those 3 bonus attacks instead of 1 is a nice boost. So, maybe he could be your base defense. And you could use it that way as well. That's the basic gist of this hero, how I would play it. So, hopefully everybody's having fun in the collab event so far. please take a minute, hit like, subscribe, leave any questions in the comments. I'll try to get to them when I can. Everybody have fun. Cookie out.